Dear students, we have seen the structure of brain under central nervous system in last class. We are going to see the spinal cord now. Spinal cord is a cylindrical structure lying in the neural canal of the vertebral column. You can see the rough diagram of this. This is the brain. It is continued with the vertebral column. Inside the vertebral column, the spinal cord is seen. And the brain is covered by meninges. The same meninges is continued with the vertebral column, that is the spinal cord. Okay, the meninges already we have seen. It is made up of three layers: outer, dura mater, middle, arachnoid membrane, inner, pia mater. All these three are continued in spinal cord also. Okay, the spinal cord is connected with the brain with medulla oblongata. So we can say the spinal cord starts with medulla oblongata and it ends in the first lumbar vertebra. The posterior end of spinal cord tapers into a thin thread-like structure called phylum terminal. This portion is called phylum terminal. It is made up of a thread-like structure. It is continued with spinal cord. And the cerebrospinal fluid fills the central canal. Okay, the gray matter of spinal cord is H-shaped. You can see this is the cross section of this spinal cord. You can see H-shaped structure. The H-shaped structure is made up of gray matter. You can see the gray matter of spinal cord is H-shaped and the outer portion is light colored. So you can easily understand the white matter is seen around the H-shaped structure. Okay, the H-shaped structure, you can see it is the upper part of the H-shaped structure is called posterior horns and the lower part of the H-shaped structure is called anterior horns. The bundle of fibers dorsally it passes through the posterior horns are called afferent root. The bundle of fibers ventrally they are passed through the anterior horns are called efferent root. The afferent root and efferent root joins to form spinal nerves. Okay, the spinal nerves actually it controls, the spinal cord controls the reflex action of the body. We'll see one by one the different types, everything we can see one by one. First we can understand what is cerebrospinal fluid. The cerebrospinal fluid passes through brain and spinal cord, I said. So the brain is suspended in this cerebrospinal fluid. So this cerebrospinal fluid protects the brain and fills the central canal of the spinal cord. You can see this is the central canal and this central canal is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. What is the function of this cerebrospinal fluid? We'll get 2 mark questions from this. The cerebrospinal fluid acts as shock absorbing fluid. It supplies nutrients to the brain. It collects and removes the wastes from the brain. And this maintaining the constant pressure of the brain. Okay, all the 4 points are important and this is the function of cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, so far we have seen the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord we have seen in detail. Now we are going to see the peripheral nervous system and autonomic nervous system. The peripheral nervous system includes the cranial nerves, the nerves which are arised from the cranium. What is cranium? The skull. Around the skull, the part is called cranium. It is made up of 12 pairs of nerves. And the nerves which are arised from spinal cord is around 31 pairs. All these are peripheral nervous system. And the next last one, the autonomic nervous system. What is the function of this autonomic nervous system? It controls visceral organs by sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, that's all for the nervous system. We can see the reflex action. Okay, reflex action, it is formed of two types, simple reflex action and acquired reflex action. What is simple reflex action? Unlearned reflex action is called simple, and acquired means learned reflex action. See, doing one practice continuously is learned reflex action. We can say example for unlearned reflex action is winking of eye, sneezing, coughing, yawning. All these are unlearned reflex action. Automatically our body will do for some external stimulus. And this is acquired reflex action. Best example for acquired reflex action is playing harmonium by seeing musical note. So hands automatically placed on the harmonium, and by eyes are watching the musical note, automatically the hands will move on the keys. So playing harmonium is the best example for acquired reflex action.